That's a difficult question because I don't have any doubts in my mind. So in general, I have to say I think the lads are doing fantastic and deserve all the praise anyhow. And I know the nature of football in this business. Sometimes we are crazy anyhow in order how we judge everything. But in general, so because we are there with 2 draws in this league, I wouldn't be concerned at all if I'm honest. So it's also like the outside world praises us for what we're doing. We're sitting. We spoke about quite honest and transparent that we want to finish in the top 6 during the season, and we're sitting, I think, currently 15 points clear of position 7. We're top of the league. We're sitting a few points clear of the not promotion ranks. That depends a bit how many points it will be. What will happen with the game in hands for Swansea and Brentford anyhow. The lads are doing fantastic, and there's also no doubt about this. And it's like I mentioned before, it's not like 46 games anyhow you win 46 games and you finish with 138 points. In this league, it's all about consistency. It's all so difficult. And when I judge our last performances anyhow, also against Middlesbrough, a team who has lost their last 2 home games before they came to us anyhow, because several key players were out. They signed 2 new players. They both were available against us. A few players from injury came back, and they were just sitting outside the top 6 on position 7 anyhow. And we played against them, without several key players. Also, like sent off for our key player in the offense, Emi Buendia, played 30 minutes in underload. And we still didn't allow them to have one chance against us, one shot on our target. Of course, then also difficult anyhow to win the game and to create chances against them if we are in underload. But also against Middlesbrough, we won 4 points against them, and 2 clean sheets. I want to see in the end of the season which team out of the top 6 will have a better statistic against Middlesbrough, and also Millwall. I mentioned before, so all the teams out of the top 6 were there with a draw against them. So Brentford drew against them, Watford drew against them, Bournemouth drew against them, Reading drew against them. We played there 3 days after a difficult game where we played in underload on a difficult pitch. We dominated 75 minutes anyhow of the game, and we're struggling a little bit in the last 10 or 15 minutes when they brought some tall players in and tried to produce some hectic. But Tim Krul still, I think he had 1 save to make anyhow. And we took a draw. If I'm honest, so all the other teams, Watford and Bournemouth, they always have a starting lineup with more than 1,000 Premier League appearances anyhow. They play a home game against a side bottom 6. Watford, they lost. Bournemouth plays against the side bottom 3, home game anyhow. 1,000 Premier League appearances in the starting lineup, they lost. We play an away game, difficult game in the middle of the season in mid-table. Several key players not available. For example, for the offense, Jordan Hugill, of course, it's good to have him available as an option also to change our game a little bit. Emi Buendia, key player, actually available. We play the whole last months without Marcus Tiepermann, proper number 10 on this level, and all the other offensive players who were on the bench, Adam Ida, Kieran Dowell, and they are just back after being out for 3 months with injuries anyhow, and of course not in their rhythm. And we play there and drew the game. And it's not that we are dancing on the table after a draw anyhow, but it's a proper result, and no doubt about this. I have to say, so we played against Millwall. They played up front with Zohori and Wallace, and on the bench were for the offense, for the striker positions, options like Bradshaw, Bradford, Matt Smith, Bennett, anyhow, for the offense. This is a really proper championship side. And for us, Adam Ida was on the bench. He was out 3.5 months after red card, knee injury, surgery, and COVID situation. So these were our options. And then, with all respect, but I think it's not realistic to think we go there and we just blow them away with 4 or 5 goals or whatever. So on this level, each of the game is difficult. And if I'm honest, also the outside world anyhow judge it exactly in this way. So I was nominated for a Manager of the Month in October, in November, in December, January, not sure properly, because no other team has won more points than us in January. So you never know. But at least I guess I will be properly nominated. I will miss out the award, by the way. So I'm meanwhile used to it. But it's more like, that doesn't mean that I'm such a wonderful or great coach. It just means that the lads are doing absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's more like each and every month, following back to back months, we are nominated as the best team of the month, more or less. Yeah, because manager of the month means more or less best team of the month, and this is how the outside world judges us. Yeah? We are pretty close to be there with a record of clean sheets. I'm not sure if you ask how often did we win the title in championship level. So it's not like we have a natural right to win the title on championship level. You can count it on one hand. It's not like it's each and every season we should be there with winning the title. We've won the title 2 years ago with the best season in the Norwich history of all times. But we have won the title in the last 10 minutes of last game day away at Villa Park when Mario Funches scored. And that's reality. So the reality is not like we are in cruise control, 20 points clear of all the others anyhow, and win the title. Right now we're playing a season where we're sitting top of the league, and our point average is even better than 2 years ago when we were there with the best season in Norwich City history. And in this situation, then to have doubts or to be concerned or fearing about the worst, or to speak about, is the glass half full or half empty anyhow, has nothing to do with the reality. The lads are just doing fantastic, and that's a topic. And speak perhaps with our old legends. Alex Sette is here since several years, or Darren Hackeby, a top lad, top player. He was successful. Or Darren Eady, who's a commentator, he knows exactly what it means to be successful. Or Wes Hula and all the legends. Ask them, and they had fantastic times here at Norwich. But if you ask them, how many titles did they win? Or how many times did they find it easy during the season and they were in cruise control, 10, 15 points ahead of all the others in leading positions and won just game after game? I think they will speak, no, it was always difficult, it was always hard work, and it was never easy. And we celebrate promotion, but also not that often by winning the title. It was pretty often, and also by using the playoffs, for example, or to enter the runner-up or whatever. So it's not in our DNA or natural given right that we win titles anyhow. So for that, I think it's important also to stay realistic. Yeah, we are at the moment. You never know what happens after 46 games, but at the moment, in terms of point average and what we're doing, we're playing the best season in the history of Norwich City Football Club in terms of points, in terms of many topics. And then I'm far away from speaking about, I'm fearing the worst, or the glass is perhaps half empty or whatever. And if I'm really honest, I also don't want, and this is also why I love to work for Norwich City, because I always got the feeling, so this club is always realistic and always humble, and we are not pretending to be more than we are or something like this. So it's not like we are not a fake club where everything is never good enough anyhow. We are a club where we know, okay, we stick together. We are one unity, one community. We know how difficult it is each and every game to win a proper game of football anyhow, and we go for each other. And this is the reason why I love so much to work for this club. And I also got the feeling 95% of all our supporters, of everyone who is connected with Norwich City, appreciated this exactly in this way, and also thinks, okay, listen, the lads are doing fantastic and they deserve all the praise. And it's football. There will be also 5% anyhow you think, they're always searching for something negative, or this is not good enough, or this should be better, or something like this. And I also take this, because for that we are playing football, because we're living all in the really worst pandemic since a century anyhow. And if it helps anyhow the people also to moan about something in football, or to be worried about this, and anyhow then to get the frustration a bit away out of their everyday life and helps them not to be frustrated in everyday life, I take this, because this is also what football is responsible for this. So we're living in such a privileged environment and are allowed to work in such a privileged role. So if we give then sometimes also a bit like an area of frustration or mooning or being disappointed, and it helps then to make them feel a bit more relieved and relaxed in private life, and anyhow it helps. They are wonderful. Also, we take this up, but I think 95% of all our supporters will judge it in the right way, that the lads are doing a fantastic job and are wonderful, and they deserve all the praise. I'm far away from criticizing my players. I think really they're doing fantastic anyhow. That doesn't mean so we still speak about, I want to score a few more goals than in the last 2 games. I want to create a few more chances, and we speak about the areas where we can improve. So that's always quite normal. But in general, I have to say what these lads are doing, it's fantastic. And yeah, if anyone thinks anyhow with this group of players, anyhow we should lead this league with 25 points ahead of all the others, yeah, then perhaps the coaches is too weak or too poor for this. And I accept this criticism anyhow, but I won't criticize any criticism of my players or my stuff anyhow. I think they're doing a cracking job, and exactly also with this attitude, yeah, we'll travel to Swansea and try our best in a difficult situation. Yeah, we're playing the 3rd game within 6 days. Yeah, like I mentioned, yeah, key players in the offense. Also, John Newell won't be available. Emi Buendia not available. Marcus Tiepermann not available. Onel Hernandez is available, was out 3 months. Adam Ida is available, was out 3.5 months. Kieran Dowell, 2 surgeries, was out 3 months. So I don't expect miracles from them. It's more like we go with what we've got. We'll work our socks off and we fight together, we stick together, we try to grind out the result. If it doesn't work, yeah, then we keep going. If it works, yeah, even better anyhow. And we're still in an even better situation and position. So I'm far away from worry about anything or fearing the worst or something like this. I think we're enjoying the best times, at least in terms of points and everything. So what we ever have delivered in this club on this level. So for that, far away from feeling the worst. Yeah, it doesn't feel like this because the stadium is not full, and let's say the supporters are not allowed to come to Curran Road and celebrate our unbeaten run. But my message, I think your question was about my message 10 minutes ago or something like this. My message is the best times at the moment, and it's not possible to be there much better.